The next technique is called striking serpent's head. Now, striking serpent's head is a unique technique, and here you're going to learn something about circular motion, probably at its best. Now, what I mean by that is, you know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and we know that. And a straight thrust punch or whatever is the quickest way to get to a target. But you don't always have, or you're not always in a position to get to a target in a straight line, and you're going to need a circular line to get to it, depending upon the situation. Clyde? Now, in this attack, it's a front bear hug. The arms are free, rather. He's leaning in on me. He's trying to squeeze, break ribs, choke me, or lift me up or throw me down. What I have got to do is immediately drop my weight to control his height and to control my own. Hold on to me, Clyde. If I drop my weight, suddenly he's going to have to come down with me. I weigh too much for him to hold me up that suddenly. It doesn't mean he can't readjust and pick me up. For that moment, though, I'm not going to get lifted up and thrown around. Okay? Now, the technique calls for a snaking punch or a left circular inverted punch as he comes in. Now, when guys grab and hug, get in, they bury their head and they start squeezing, and it's hard because they bury their face so that they can't get punched effectively. You can try and rip and pull and all this, but if he's buried in there deep, it's hard. But by covering one target, they what? They expose another target. In this case, it's the back of the neck and the mastoid, the hard point behind your ear. Now, what's happening is I'm going to contour his back, and as he moves in, I'm going to drop back, and I'm going to come up his back this way and hit that mastoid, or use my wrist to hit the back of the neck. But they're both going to get hit simultaneously, and it's nothing but contouring, all right? The other thing I want to do is I don't want this going up higher, so I want to check this arm. So as I chamber and cock my hand, I want that elbow to come down right on the inside of the forearm or even the bicep and hit, but keep that arm away from you so that they're working together. And you know by now that there's more moves to this than what I'm just showing. And you can see the heel palm hit as I'm moving back. Now, as he moves in and drives me back, this hits. And as that hits, this hits here. Now you grab the hair, anchor your elbow, just like we did in a couple of other techniques, and you go to a left forward bow, and I'll show you why. My knee is pinned up against his. If I go to a forward bow, it starts to control his height again. Not only that, but with my elbow anchored down, and as I pull his head back to control his height, it exposes the target, and I'm going to use a forward bow and use a right half fist thrust to his throat at this point. That's what I'm doing. Okay, let's watch this again. All right, he grabs, I drop back, wham, boom. These two hit together. This grabs, forward bow, this anchors, and then half fist to the throat. Bam, and then I'm out. Okay? Thank you, Clyde. Let's do it from this side so they can see what's going on from here. Grab. I drop back, heel, you can see that heel palm hit. There's the shot, there's the two anchors, one here and one here. It's important, they're in there, they should be used. Half fist to the throat, and then I'm out. Thank you, Clyde.